The first time I discovered porn, it was hentai. I was just 11 years old. I was just a kid at the time, and I was trying to find some anime or cartoon on some sketchy streaming site. You click an ad and all of a sudden your whole life changes. I was just a kid. I'm 26 now, and for almost 15 years, I suffered with this. That one time I was just so curious, so eager to know. And once I opened that box, I couldn't look back. One time turned into many. I spent so much of my life chasing after this simple pleasure. And from that point on, it almost became my life. It was my life for a while. Stressed out, watch some porn. Exams, jerk off. Can't ask that girl out, masturbate. Utterly pitiful. I wasted so much time. So much time. If I was kind and averaged out all the time that I spent looking up porn or Instagram girls, you name it. 10 years, 10, 15 years of my life, at least like an hour every day, those last 10, 15 years. Could you imagine that? I would be a master at consuming. I've been a consumer. Instead of focusing on work or my girl or my family, my relationships, I'd always be focused on this. See, these are the things I would run away to, the wrong things growing up. Absolutely destroyed my potential. Because when I look back on the last year of self-improvement and the last 3 months of just really honing in on being porn-free, I've made more progress in my life than I ever have, just because I managed to make peace with this demon. And it's just not about the progress for me. It's the fact that I'm there for people now. I'm finally happy and safe and secure with myself because I have pride again. I have respect for myself that I can go a day without beating my meat like some monkey, without using this crutch. Every time an opportunity would come up, see, like I would shrink just because these addictions would always make me feel small. I cannot logic my way or excuse my overthinking, my consumption, my sins. God sees me. See, I was just a kid, curious about porn. And it might not be my fault, but it is my responsibility. Start taking action. Start going all in. Learn to figure it out as you go because you need to make peace with yourself. Move on because the more time you're wasting fighting, the more time you're wasting distracting yourself, the less time you have to figure out who you really are. To know that, knowing, not knowing, meditating, journaling, running every day, working out. For me, these are all the things I had to do to figure this shit out in my head. I don't know who I would be after all that. But then I realized, why the hell would I settle for anything less than the best for myself in the one life I have? So this is the advice I would have given myself when I first heard of PMO at 16, and probably a few years ago too, because it would have saved me a lot of progress. I don't think I would have understood if I told myself at 11, but I do now. I would have told them that I don't believe in what other people say anymore. See, my principle is always question yourself. Question everything, including yourself. You have to question everything because I don't believe in anything that anyone else says anymore. I only believe what is true. And you see, you've wasted a lot of time growing up. That's true. You've wasted a lot of time overthinking. That's also true. Always chasing the things like status or money or girls, the things that didn't really matter instead of fulfillment or experience, the things that do matter. See, as a result of that, you grew up doing things that served others rather than yourself. It took a lot of time for me to rediscover, or rather, rebuild myself into the man that I am today. And I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard. But see, there's always a better version of you. Always better truths, better methods, better ideas, better systems to replace whatever you want to do right now. And you have to be thinking about that every day. Be obsessed with self-improvement every day of your life, because this is your life. What else could be more valuable than your life? If you don't do that, you're just gonna get complacent. See, in a sense, everything I hold true now, because I question myself and question everything I hold true now is different from a year ago. And it's gonna be different a year from now because I am willing to change. I was willing to sacrifice myself, put myself on the line, put everything on the line, my beliefs, my time, my energy, my emotions, my values, everything to get better, to be better. And I sacrificed myself for myself. And I did that. I'm not the same person anymore. And I used to think that change started from the outside, but it really is all on the inside at the end of the day. It's all in your head. It's all your mind, because it's you versus you. You see, the fight that matters is that fight between the lower self, that ego, that one that drags you down, that distracts you, that tells you to do a thing that isn't good for you, versus that higher self. That self that drives you to be better than who you are, that wants you to be bigger and better than you are now, that wants you to reach your life potential. That part of God in you, that's a part you have to side with, that you have to choose. It's all choices. These are the choices that matter every day. See, I say to hell with the people that doubt you right now, because that's the fight that matters. You versus you. For years, I kept fighting. Kept wasting my time fighting. Fighting is a waste of time. Don't waste your time fighting. Stop hurting yourself. Stop distracting yourself. Stop fighting. And pick the right battles for once. There's so much more to life that we don't get to live because we don't have all the time in the world. Yeah, we don't have all the time in the world. And the time I can't get back, I wish I did more. I wish I did more.